Hey there, MJ traders and investors. It's Rod with Powell Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth for an MJ Sector review. Today's a review for Monday, May 3rd. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing as the topic of the day, Greg Engel, Organigram's CEO, stepping down shortly after the British American Tobacco investment, and that is to be effective immediately. So we'll look at that article in just a moment. We'll look at some other news and events on the day, and then we'll jump into the Canadian and the US MJ space. So before we jump in, make sure to smash the like and subscribe to the channel. So Organigram Holdings said Monday that Greg Engel is stepping down from his role as Chief Executive Officer at MJ producer Organigram effective immediately. The company didn't provide a reason. Who held the top position at Moncton, New Brunswick-based company since 2017, resigned 2 months after he secured an investment from major tobacco company BAT. In the interim, Organigram Chairman Peter Amaro will serve as Executive Chair until a permanent CEO is appointed. So who is going to be the new CEO for Organigram? That's going to be the million-dollar question. Engel will work with a special advisor to Organigram's board until his successor is found. Greg has brought an innovative leadership as the company created new structures around operation and increased capacity to serve the growing marketplace while ensuring our successful launch into the adult recreational MJ space and bringing leading innovative new platforms and edible products to the marketplace. And in March, Organigram announced $221 million investment from British American Tobacco in exchange for 19.9% of the stake of the company. In addition to the ownership stake, BAT will work with Organigram to develop CBD and other MJ-related products. As part of the deal, BAT representative will join Organigram's board, and another is expected to be added later this year. However, Organigram's revenue has been sliding in recent quarters, so they have been struggling. And we are not surprised by the development considering the number of other licensed producers that have announced CEO changes over the past 2 years. Who still has a CEO left standing? That would be HEXO with Sébastien St. Louis, the only real CEO left standing. And I said this multiple times on this channel. Maybe there's a reason why he's the only CEO left out of all the big LPs, and maybe there's a reason why he gets paid the big bucks. So Tilray and Aphria merger closes and creates the world's biggest MJ company by revenue. So APHA, if you notice today, was no longer listed, so everything has been amalgamated into the TLRY ticker. Also, Mexican lawmakers failed to legalize MJ ahead of the Supreme Court deadline, so a little bit of a setback there. But in other news, Illinois breaks yet another MJ sale record in April, state data shows. So lots of progress in the state of Illinois. And not surprising after we've seen multiple MSOs start to expand with expansion projects in that state. New York will generate $245 million in MJ revenue annually by 2024, says state official estimates. So again, we're seeing a lot of companies start to expand their strategy into the US. And speaking of which, HEXO Corp announces repayment of its credit facility. So the CIBC lender, co-led arranger and administrative agent, and Bank of Montreal as co-lead arranger and syndication agent, together with accrued interest and associated fees in the amount of approximate $28.9 million has been repaid. So we believe the repayment of the credit facility provides HEXO with flexibility as we continue to execute on our U.S. expansion plans and our goal to become the top 2 Canadian LP by adult use recreational MJ sales, said the last standing CEO, Sébastien St. Louis. We would like to thank our lenders for their support, which has contributed to HEXO's success to date. And like I said, this is likely due to some potential plans to expand into the United States. So they're paying off this debt potentially because they have another deal in the works. There's been a few times now where they've hinted that, you know, with the $1.2 billion raise for the base shelf and a ton of other, the M&A with Trent McDonald, the AMA, with Trent McDonald. So there's been tons of hints, dropped lately saying that they're starting to focus on M&A. They're starting to focus on CPG partners. They raised $1.2 billion in a base shelf, all of which was going to require money. Now they're paying off old debt. We also have the Zenabis merger coming up on a week from Thursday, so May 13th. So I encourage you to get out and vote for that merger vote in the shareholder meeting on May 13th. So time is winding down, and I think that May could be an exciting month. So taking a look at OGI on the daily time frame here, we closed near the low of the day. We did start daily consolidation, so the stock is down just a tiny bit here after hours, not even 1%, so not a huge bearish reaction to this news, but we are daily consolidation. We're in daily consolidation mode. So we're looking for a higher low compared to 226. Bulls pleased with the size of the bounce thus far. I mean, we could pull back essentially 20%, still be looking for a daily higher low after coming off of a daily downtrend. So bulls have a decent amount of room here, and with this bounce, that kind of positioned MJ a little bit better on the Canadian side, at least. If SPY were to see any S&P 500, check out my broader market video on that today as well for some coverage on the broader market. But if SPY were to see some consolidation on the daily or the weekly time frame and see a significant pullback, MJ set up a lot better than it was previously. And OGI on the weekly time frame, last week we closed below the 10-week moving average. The stochastic and MACD were trending in the wrong direction, extremely bearish, and we were topping out at the 100 weekly moving average, and we're still below it at the moment, which is sitting at 263. And on the daily moving averages, we are now losing the 100-day moving average as well. So OGI has been extremely bearish ever since that massive move and news that came out from that investment, the British American Tobacco. So again, started daily consolidation today, and bulls are looking for a higher low, and we'll know that the temporary bottom has been set once we change the hourly trend. So taking a look at the bull and bear list, we have NSP, TLRY, and FIRE. So Tilray looking like a little bit of a sell the news event today once that change took effect and APHA was delisted. VLNS, High Tide, and Huge led the bull list today. So let's just take a look at Tilray. So decent volume there today, closed near the low of the day. Again, just looking for a higher low though, and we have support down at 15.17, topped out at EMA 26 perfectly. Couldn't have asked for a better place to top out, right? Like that was obviously rejecting the price for some time since we had that massive run, and it's just been rejecting. Even EMA 12, we got above EMA 12, and then perfect rejection there. If you were to go short, you would have won every time we touched EMA 12 or EMA 26. If you just went short, you basically win every single time, but not completely game over yet. Like I said, just daily consolidation, looking for daily higher lows and attempt daily trend changes. CGC, daily consolidation mode, decent sell volume here over the 20 period moving average. We had support at 25.11. We had 25.42, so it's a save at this point. But again, EMA is struggling. And taking a look at HEXO, we've been saying for a while now that HEXO and Zenabis have been the lead Canadian MJ bulls. And it's very evident here again today. We haven't even started daily consolidation mode. Look at CGC, huge pullback, right? Just from Friday's low, we're down 5%. HEXO hasn't even broken the low of the previous daily candle. We could also see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross, but it's entirely possible. We closed near the low of the day, so it's entirely possible that we start daily consolidation tomorrow. We haven't consolidated since 502. So from current levels, we could drop 20, 22% and still be looking for a daily higher low. And if we take off, or if we show the charting tools here, you can see that we broke out of the falling wedge pattern bullish. And if we take a look at the Fibonacci retracement, so if this is our temporary top and we start daily consolidation, we'll be watching this white uptrend line, which we have closed every candle above it since we started the daily bounce. So if we close a daily candle below that line, that will be notable. And if we lose the low of today, tomorrow, or the following day, if we lose the low of the previous day, daily consolidation will be underway. And we'll look for a pullback and daily consolidation, likely here around the EMAs, which would line up well with the 0.382 fib, which would also line up with a possible daily bull flag. So that's what I would like to see tomorrow is the potential for daily consolidation, pull back towards the EMAs, form a daily higher low, attempt a daily bull flag, and also change the daily trend all in one go, which would mean that we'd be bouncing on the weekly still, and then we would try to get as big of a bounce on the weekly as possible and then change the weekly trend as we are coming off of a weekly downtrend. So HEXO is still standing out as one of the clear lead MJ bulls. And just taking a look at some of our other names. So SNDL consolidating on the daily, OGI, Cron, CGC, Aurora. So again, all these names are consolidating on the daily time frame. HEXO has yet to do so. Doesn't mean that it won't, or that it can't just keep going, but we will anticipate possible daily consolidation going into tomorrow in line with the rest of the sector. MSOS, though, has been standing out as stronger. I did a video on this on Friday and mentioned that there was a daily bull flag that confirmed. We closed at the high of the day. I said I would expect likely continuation and further upside into next week. And sure enough, big bull volume there on the day. We saw a gap up and we had that daily bull flag confirm. The target of that daily bull flag is around $45, $46. And we got fairly close to that today, but we haven't even seen an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross yet, similar to HEXO. And nice bull volume there, so definitely standing out. We're now technically in a daily uptrend. You could consider that a daily uptrend. Wasn't a huge pullback there or a pivot, but if you wanted to consider that a daily uptrend, I wouldn't argue with you. So on the bull and bear list, we had BioHarvest, TAT, and Bev. On the bull list, we had BAM, VREO, and Cura. Honorable mention there to CXXI as well. But BAM had a nice day today. Another name that our group is extremely bullish on. And it set up well here. Had a low of 48, and we had a double bottom. We had a bounce here, a high of 65. We are now forming a higher low. So if we break 65 cents from here, that will confirm a daily uptrend. And then the weekly bounce will be underway. And again, lots of weekly downtrends out there, rejecting at the EMAs. We could still see EMA 12 and 26 bear crosses. And again, what if SPY sees any real weakness, the S&P 500? Again, we're set up a lot better than we were before. So as an example, HEXO back here at $5, if SPY were to have seen, if it would have seen daily or weekly significant consolidation at that point, we wouldn't have been set up well at all, right? Daily oversold pretty much. But now that we've bounced from that low over 35%, bulls are set up way better now. And even if SPY were to show any weakness, we'd just be looking for a higher low compared to 502 and a potential daily trend change. So, gonna end it there. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth for an MJ Sector review. Best of luck into the day tomorrow, and let me know in the comments below. Did you pick up any Tilray today? Did you sell any? Were you surprised by the decline today, down over 7%? Let me know in the comments below what name you are bullish on in the MJ space. I, for one, am extremely bullish on HEXO, and just showing the chart and seeing how the technical differences from its peers and the pullback that we've seen from our recent highs. I think that HEXO has a lot of ground to make up on its peers and is extremely undervalued compared to the likes of Canopy and Aphria, Tilray, etc. So, kind of end it there. Once again, thanks for joining. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you tomorrow after market close. Take care, everyone.